Okay, great. Well, good afternoon. Practically, I will try to cover some ideas regarding solar energy technologies in the residential and the industrial sector. So practically, the presentation or the three types of solar technologies in these two sectors could be categorized into decentralized solar photovoltaic systems, individual and collective solar water heaters, and concentrated solar power, which is the least developed countries. Just to give you a very small overview, in Lebanon, work on distributed technologies, distributed solar technology, is based on the National Energy Efficiency Action Plan, which has 14 initiatives. Out of these 14, we have a number of initiatives dedicated to renewable energy. What we can see is that decentralized PV has one separate initiative. Solar water heaters, they do have a separate initiative. However, CSP does not have any initiative. It's part of Initiative 9. So it's really not given the importance it deserves to have. To go into the achievement of these initiatives, and in order to be able to have a small conclusion, it's good to see that in Lebanon, the development of solar water heaters is based on a really full-fledged action plan, working on policy, on financing mechanisms, on awareness raising, on technical installations, and on quality control for both companies and products. And this is very important because it can be seen in the results. Practically in a matter of 3 years, the number of companies working in Lebanon in the solar water heater market has increased drastically from 25 companies to more than 81 companies in 2011. And now we have something like 160 companies working in this field, which is a nice indicator on how national action plans can actually lead to real results. Again, some numbers. In 2011, Lebanon witnessed the installation of 12,000 solar water heaters. In 2014, it's 19,000, and it's on the increase. Currently, the market of individual solar water heaters is estimated at around $28 million per year. And according to the IEA, which is the International Energy Agency, Lebanon was among the top 10 countries in the per capita in the development of solar water heaters. So this is the market potential for solar water heaters in Lebanon. Lebanon has actually achieved its objectives for 2014, for the period 2009-2014. Our next objective is to have 1 million square meters by 2020. And according to the market increase, to the annual market increase, we are on the right path to achieving the 1 million square meters target. Now, to talk about decentralized photovoltaic, it's important to have a look at NERIA, which is the national financing mechanism for Lebanon. Simply, NERIA offers loan to any private entity, a loan at 0% interest rate over a repayment period of 14 years. So it's open to any technology, any type of private sector entity. This is our famous graph. In 2014, NERIA loans, actual projects implemented under NERIA, it was again around $200 million. Our expectations for 2015 is $400 million alone in 2015, which is quite impressive. The central bank has given NERIA a ceiling of $1 billion. We don't believe we will be able to spend the $1 billion, but definitely we will spend the $400 million. To have a look at the investments under NERIA, as you can see in terms of loan amount, in terms of dollar value, green buildings have the major share, 82%. Green buildings are buildings going for international certifications like LEED or BREEAM. Solar PV, decentralized solar PV, is only 3%. However, when we look at the number of projects, we can see that solar PV has a huge share, which is 52%. So 52% of the projects implemented under NERIA are decentralized solar PV. So big number of projects with a smaller scale of US dollar value. Again, solar water heaters cover around 9% of the total number of projects. Now, this is a simple analysis of 66 projects approved and implemented, installed under NERIA, as the total capacity is 800 kilowatt. We can see that an investment of $3.38 million leads to annual savings of around $500,000. And again, our expectations for 2015 is to have more than 10 megawatts of decentralized solar PV with an estimated budget of $40 million. This is a sample of the different projects actually implemented under NERIA. The good thing is that as part of the job of LCEC, we work on quality control, meaning for every single component of a decentralized solar system, we have a lower ceiling for pricing and a higher ceiling. So higher ceiling is quite normal. The discussion is about the lower ceiling, and this is very important to avoid having bad quality products. So prices cannot go lower than a certain given price. So this is for the PV panel. This is for a complete off-grid PV system, project system, and it applies. We have a memos or like actual outputs every 3 months. We issue these documents in order to limit the market and work on the pricing of systems. This is some notes about bankable projects. So in Lebanon, decentralized solar PV are bankable projects as a cost of kilowatt hour for the residential using off-grid systems or hybrid systems, meaning using batteries and net metering, and then for the commercial and industrial sector. The thing which is also could be interesting, and we had this discussion right now, the industrial sector in Lebanon offers a huge potential that it's not fully investigated yet. The industrial sector represents around 42% of the energy consumption in Lebanon. However, the number of projects in the industrial sector is only 5%, which is an interesting indicator that the industrial sector in Lebanon presents a huge opportunities for companies working in the solar technology sector. Food for thought. This is my last slide. Practically, what we can say is that the solar water heater is a relatively mature market in Lebanon. Individual solar water heater systems offer a huge potential in the Arab world, and this is very important as part of RICRI. We are working on the development of SHAMSI. SHAMSI is a certification scheme for solar water heaters, and we believe SHAMSI is very important because it opens the market. Countries like Egypt, Jordan, Morocco, they offer a huge market for solar water heaters, which is not fully investigated yet or fully used yet. And we believe through SHAMSI, good quality products can enter these huge Arab markets, especially like Egypt. As for decentralized solar PV market, it's emerging at a very fast pace in Lebanon, and this is heavily due and credited to the NERIA financing mechanism. But it's also important to say that quality control, the development of capacities of local companies, this is extremely important. Now what we can see in Lebanon is that the industrial sector has started to move. We can see a remarkable potential for medium-sized systems ranging between 50 kilowatts and 600 kilowatts. We have a large number of projects now in this part of the industry. Again, decentralized solar photovoltaic is not fully developed in the Arab world. Again, countries like Egypt, Tunisia, Jordan, Sudan, they offer a huge potential, and it is not investigated. And we do know that financing is the key element. Lebanon has a very active and the private banking sector. It's not the same case in other countries, but again, part of the MED Desire work is to find these alternative financing mechanisms. The last thing, and which is extremely important for the case in Lebanon, the involvement of municipalities could be a huge market driver, and this is what our local consultants are trying to find in Lebanon, how to create a financing mechanism used by municipalities to actually do their work and practically improve the market. Finally, I would say CSP is not yet investigated in the Arab world enough, and I believe the pricing of CSP is a major barrier to this. Thank you.